everyone, so this is my new domino mould. So I like this one because it has nice little rounded dots and the corners, you can see that, are nice and rounded, so hopefully I won't get any nasty sharp edges on it. The resin I am using today is the Resin Pro. So I need to mix part A and B, so I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up, and once that's done I'll be right back with you.
Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me alright, because I now have my mask on so that I'm not breathing in any dust from the mica powders or any chemicals from the resin. So here we go. So I've mixed my resin up, so it's for about 3.5-4 minutes. So that's all nice and ready, and I'm going to decant some of it into this smaller container because this is the first time I've used this mould and I want to do it in 2 parts. I'm not 100% sure how much it's going to hold. So I've still got some left. To that I'm going to add the Arteza mica powder in space grey. And a nice heaped spoon of that. Let's see how that colours it. That gives a lovely shimmery colour, but because I want it slightly darker, I'm just going to add a couple of drops of alcohol ink in black, and this is the Let's Resin alcohol ink. Give that a couple of drops. And give that a mix. And that has given it a bit darker, not massively darker, but enough. So I'm going to put my reusable stick to one side. So I've made sure that this board that it's on is nice and level. I've been over with my tape to make sure there's no bits of dust, although I can see I've now just dropped a few bits of mica into it. I'm not wanting to pick up with that, so I'll just use this baby wipe. There we go. So I'm wanting to do this in 2 layers, so I'm only going to pour about halfway up each of the domino moulds. So here we go. Left, but before I put them all in, I'm just going to use this embossing heat tool just to help move it out a bit and pop any air bubbles. So I'm just going to help it move across. clean my mould up a little bit with some isopropyl alcohol and a baby wipe. So that is just 99.9%. And it gets rid of any sticky residue. So I'm just going to wipe around. So nice and clean. Now I'm just getting down to have a look, and everything's looking good. So now I'm going to put a net over this one so that nothing drops in it, and then I will leave it until tomorrow, and I will come back and put the next layer on.
Hi everyone, so it's been 24 hours since I put this layer in, and I just made 100 grams up of the Resin Pro Transparent, which is going to give me my second and final layer. And what I'm going to do for that is I've got, as I said, I've got my 100 mils already made up, and to that I'm going to add some silver leaf. So it's entirely up to you how much or how little you want to add. I want enough that I can see it, but not so much that it's going to be completely silver. So I'm just taking some out. It's already in pieces, but some of it gets clumped up. So I'm just trying to separate it a bit before I put it down. Now you need to be very careful with it, because it is incredibly light and fly away. So I'm just trying to break it up a little bit there. And as you can see, it sticks to absolutely everything. I'm just going to give that a mix and see how that looks. So there's a couple of bigger bits that I've not managed to break up in there, but overall it's looking the sort of look that I'm after. I've plenty of pieces. I can always pull out anything that's too big back out of the finished design before it sets. So I'm just going to pop the lid back on there, so we don't want it all to fly away. So I'm going to put my mask back on now to make sure I'm not breathing in anything when I'm heating up the resin to pop the air bubbles. So I apologise if I sound a bit muffled again.
So there we go. So I'm going to just pour this back in there. There are a few bits that are a bit too big for my liking, so I'm just going to take these out with my tweezers. I've just managed to break up a couple of the other pieces that were slightly big but not overly so. Now I can see that some of them need a little bit more, so I'm just going to top those ones up. All of them are now up to the level. So all in all, this mould holds 200 millilitres of resin. So what I'm going to do now is, with my little heat gun, I am just going to go across them and pop any bubbles. Now I can see that this one hasn't quite got as much silver leaf as some of the others, so I'm just getting some out of the dregs of the pot just to get a little bit extra of the silver in there. There we go, that's looking a bit better. So I'm going to look across the top and everything's looking good. That one's got a tiny little piece of silver sticking up, which I've just managed to push down. There, that's looking good now. I think all of them are pretty much down. Anything that is happening to be sticking up, I can always just file off slightly. So I'm going to put the cover over the top, and then I will come back in another 24 hours and I'll see you then to unmould. Take care.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So it's been another 24 hours and these are ready to unmould. So here we go. Let's loosen them all off. It seems to be loosening really nice. There we go. That looks great. And that's the back. So now what I'm going to do is, with my silver marker, so this is an oil based pen, so, and it's got a thinner tip, so you can get chunky ones, you can get ones that are even thinner than this. And what I'm going to do is just press down, so make it start to come out, and all I'm doing is filling in the dots. So this one is a little bit thick to go across there. So for that, just get some onto a thin paintbrush and get that line in. Now I know I've got some on the outside of that. It's because the line is so thin, but it's easily sorted with just cotton bud, a little bit of alcohol, and I can rub straight over that and round the rings if there's any round the rings. Makes it nice and neat and clear again. And then for the outer edge, I'm going to use same brand, the Uni Paint marker, but it's in a wider nib, which makes it a lot easier. And all I'm going to do is go around the edge. Like that. And I've just smudged it very slightly there. I can just wipe that straight back off. And there we have our lovely domino with silver leaf on the back, silver edges, sparkly black on the front with silver dots and lines. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of them, and then I will bring you in for a close-up when I've done. Back soon.